Hello there, my friends. So go ahead and smash like for me. I appreciate that. And if you want to get more stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe. So I streamed my laptop in front of the screen on Saturday Night Live last night, and I did it without sound because I didn't want to get demonetized, and I got demonetized anyway. So so anyway, some people showed up to watch that. That was cool. We had a little bit of a chat, and that was nice. But I'm going to go through a couple things and show you how the price changed in case you missed it. And these are basically like whatever you would call like the highlights of what happened last night, if you want to call it that, because honestly, it was kind of a non-event in my opinion. So we started at about 66, 67 cents before the show even starts. And then, as we get into the show, the price started climbing a little bit with the anticipation. So we're just starting the show here. We're at 68 cents, and Elon's not even on the show yet. What they did was they did like a tribute to their moms. I don't know if you watched Saturday Night Live. I haven't watched it in years. I have to say, I have to be perfectly honest. I only knew one of the actors that was on there. I'm sorry, I'm a YouTuber. I love YouTube, and that's what I watch. So anyway, the peak actually moment was about 4 minutes in. Elon's not even on the show. They just got done like talking, introducing their moms and doing little jokes to their moms, and we're at about 71 cents. And the price would not recover from that. So what happened was actually at about, about 5 minutes after we started recording, there was a pretty steep drop in the price. And we're still doing the mom skit, right? And we're down to about 62 cents. And that was pretty intense. I mean, like, that was not the direction that I think most people thought this was going to go. I think they thought that there was going to be a lot of anticipation over Elon, and that the price would go up. Well, there was a little bit of anticipation coming into Elon's monologue, because right as the mom's group picture comes up, you can see the price recovers to 67 cents, which is right about where we were when we started the show. So Elon's monologue, okay, we're about 9 minutes in, and the price just kind of stabilizes at 67 cents. And even when Elon's mom comes in, because everybody's anticipating, of course, that Elon is going to say the words Dogecoin, right? He doesn't say the word Dogecoin, right, during the monologue. Is that the reason why there's no jump in the price? I don't know. Now, Elon's mom does. They have kind of a joke. They have a moment there where Elon says something like, "What do you want for Mother's Day?" Or, "I got you a gift for Mother's Day. You'll find out tomorrow." And she says something like, "Well, I hope it's not Dogecoin," which was kind of a little bit of a funny joke, And even if it was delivered by a non-comedian, it was pretty funny. But it did like nothing to the price. It was unbelievable. The price just kind of hangs out at 65 cents. So the first skit, I guess, that Elon's in is he plays like this weird young doctor, and he uses all the parlance of like the younger generation, and not a terribly funny skit, right around 64 cents. But then they get into this skit where like what happens at the first party you go to after quarantine, and it was a really terrible skit. I mean, it wasn't funny at all, and. Is that the reason why Doge drops to 52 cents? I can't blame it on the skit, but at this point I think people are a little disappointed that there isn't more focus on what we tuned in for. By the time we get to Uli, which is the skit where they're making fun of Icelandic people, which isn't really nice, we get back up to about 55. But you can see here in this chart like that big dip. So it goes back up to about 55 cents. And then they get into this making fun of people from Pennsylvania, which I personally have a problem with, because Pittsburgh Pat, right? And the price just plummets to like 52 cents. Another really terrible skit. Is that why? Is that why? You tell me. I mean, maybe if Saturday Night Live had written funnier material for this, we'd be in better shape. I don't know. But about at the halfway break, we're down there, man. We're down there around it bottoms out around weekend update. And weekend update comes back right after the second break. You can see we're like 48 cents. Not good. However, they did put Elon Musk on weekend update. And as Elon Musk is on the weekend update and he's trying to explain like what everybody keeps saying, what is Dogecoin? Like, can you, what is Dogecoin, you know? And they're trying to pin him down on it, and a little bit of interest spikes. So we're back up around 53 cents. And actually, that skit wasn't terrible. I mean, it was kind of funny. They're trying to get him to say what it is. He doesn't. I don't think I heard him say the word Dogecoin. But at one point, the one anchor says, "Is it a hustle?" And he kind of like agrees. And I can't remember the exact wording. So, but he doesn't. Still, to my knowledge, he does not say the words Dogecoin, right? So he just talks about cryptos in general. So would that have pushed it up? I don't know. By the time we get to like the Baby Yoda sketch, which I actually think the visual idea of Baby Yoda fighting Baby Groot is hilarious. Why they wouldn't just do that instead of just talk about it? Because I think that would be really funny. Maybe here's a suggestion for you guys. Anybody from SNL out there like watching? Do that skit. Do it somehow. Get a couple people in like costumes and have them pummel each other in a fake Las Vegas ring. That would get at least some viewers. And we're back down to 50 cents at this point, and that's where it kind of stays during the Wario sketch, which actually was kind of funny. I mean, there were moments in that courtroom sketch that were not bad. And Elon Musk dressed up as Wario, you know, was interesting. It was an interesting sketch. I thought it did a good job. So a little bit of comedic redemption there, although the price just like levels. I guess this is supposed to be the new support level, somebody said, 50 cents. Certainly a psychological level. It's a round number, but there's no way to do metrics on this. I mean, like, I mean, you can look at charts and you can look for patterns, but really, if somebody knows what they're doing and can tell me, like, how to read that chart, you know, and determine what the next price fluctuation is going to be, you're a genius. And I want to hear from you. So at this point, Robinhood kind of froze. So as I go through here, you can see that the price freezes here. So I found out the next day that Robinhood just locked up. And I was using Robinhood to track the price. So that didn't do me any good. But I looked it up later, and it turns out that like right around 12:15, the price broke through 50 cents and went to 49 cents. And that psychological barrier, that bottom, was broken. But then it recovered right around the end of the show at 12:30, and we've got a 56 cent price. Well, as of this morning, when I'm recording this, on Sunday morning, the day after the show, at 45 cents is where we are at 9 a.m. So obviously, this was a big flop. If you were thinking the price of Dogecoin was going to hit $1, man, it didn't come anywhere near $1, and in fact went in reverse. Now, if you're a newbie, or if you're somebody that was watching this because you thought that you were missing out and you were having FOMO, I don't know. There are people that are using this as a buying opportunity. I am not telling you to buy Dogecoin at all. I am just telling you what I saw in reaction to what happened to the SNL skits on Saturday night. And you know what's great? The last skit they did where they're in the Old West town and they're asking Elon Musk, and he's talking about tunnels. He's talking about tunneling under the bad guys and popping up behind them. And they're like, what do you know about tunnels? There was a lot of really great tongue-in-cheek, and there were a lot of jokes at Elon's expense. And he made really good light of it, and he was funny, especially when they started talking about gold. And he said, no, why don't we invent our own currency? And they're like, what? Based on what? And he's like, based on whatever we want. And they're like, no, dummy, that's not how money works. They're like, money works this way. We pay it for gold, we bring it down the mountain and hope nobody kills us. We take it to the bank and they give us little green pieces of paper for the rocks. That's how money works. And it works just fine. It's the perfect system. And it was a really great absurdist critique of our monetary system, which I just thought was awesome. So anyway, going out on a good note. So it wasn't a total loss. I laughed like maybe 3 or 4 times. But yeah, was it worth an hour and a half? No. So I saved you an hour and a half, and hopefully that's enough for you to like press like and maybe even subscribe, and we'll talk more about this. Throw some comments down there. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day. See if you can help somebody without getting caught.